And I get closer. I'm way closer with my daddy than I was growing up than now. I thank him all the time. Daddy, I could have been shot. I know so many. My cousin, little Chris, is dead. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P., but he's dead because his daddy and him was a little bit different than me and my daddy. My daddy was whooping my ass. I feel like that shit saved my life. Because I know so many people that went the wrong way and I ain't got no felonies. I tried all that shit. I did with that. When daddy ain't looking, I played around with all you niggas and went to go do that shit, but I still had this conscience that he put here. And I'm not getting no ass whooping, dog. Nope, y'all ain't nothing for none of y'all, so I'm going home. Y'all can have it.
I want to scale this by movies, if you can. Pursuit of Happiness being the lowest you could be at your life, where you
Okay.
and Limitless being the highest. You familiar with Limitless?
I love that movie.
Limitless being, shout out Palm. Limitless being the highest. Where would you say you're at today?
I gotta pick either or the movie?
Nah, just in between there somewhere.
Okay.
Which one you closer to? Or maybe you could find a movie in between there.
Yeah. Pursuit of Happiness is the lowest. Limitless is the highest.
Or maybe you can find somewhere within those movies where you are.
Man, I'm not super wealthy right now, but I'm blessed. So I'm trying to think of somebody that just got to that point in their life, and because it ain't Soul Plane, he came up.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of somewhere in between where it's like, okay, I'm to the point right now where I ain't finished doing a lot of work, but I'm blessed, and I want God to know I'm humble. I don't want him to be able to just like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna show you, you too cocky. I feel like I'm at that point where it's like I gotta make sure I keep myself focused so I won't lose what I got in front of me. You know what I'm saying? My future is looking bright, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But everything can always be better. So I'm trying to think of a movie in that reference. We ain't got too many come up movies unless they illegal.
Like Belly and shit. Yeah. Those maybe when things were starting to look up in Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah. Okay. When he was when he started to get to, like, he had a job, didn't he?
Yeah,
It's been a while since I watched that movie.
Me too. He ended up selling one of his whatever that thing was, that big machine he had.
Oh yeah, he was trying to drag around the street trying to get sold. I remember now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe that point right there. That's how I feel. And it's been rough, like Pursuit of Happiness, all through the beginning. I feel like that's just a movie, but it was like years of roughage. So yeah, I'll take that.
What does that low level look like though? Pursuit of Happiness, when you said the years of roughage.
It was a lot of roughage and then a lot of immaturity. Like, something important that I had to learn is just be you, and you know, and really, like, you gotta be like a responsible person. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really want to do that. I remember me being a rapper, always feeling like, shit, I could go to jail, or you know what I'm saying, or I could get shot, or I could end up having to shoot a nigga and go to jail because I'm a rapper. This needs to be on my resume in the first place. So I didn't want it to happen, but in the back of my mind, I always thought, like, it's cool. I could have had a homeboy that wanted to be a doctor. I thought, yeah, you need to go back to school or go to sleep, you know what I'm saying? But me, I got this rap shit going. And I was 19 making songs with Gucci Mane, you know what I'm saying? So I thought this shit was promising, like, yeah, I'm about to be a rapper, so nigga, this is how my life's supposed to go. We over here getting high, we doing this, you know what I'm saying? I'm making all the wrong decisions. My favorite rapper was a big ball of sin. Like literally, like my favorite rapper was at the time was a big ball of sin. Like everything, he said no to nothing negative. He received it all. I'm talking about from drugs to incest. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind if they sisters and all of that. It was like just it was just like it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? He was a big ass ball of sin. I started realizing doing the music shit that it was just like this is like a game. You know what I'm saying? This is like some rich people buy their way in type shit. And if a dude is buying his way for his wife or something, she got a song, she want to be a singer, bam, he just pay this money, get somebody to write the song, do it. It's America. Me and you ain't got to know how to cook to have the #1 cooking show in America. It's America. So when I started to realize that, but didn't want to accept it. So this is my roughage. I still wanted everybody to see me. My uncle would be always telling me, man, you gotta let that look at me go. Everybody look at me, all that, because that's just, it slow you down. You start chasing that more than the money, you know what I'm saying? So the older I get, I just be wanting to be like a ghost. And now stuff be kind of more happy, you know what I'm saying? Just staying out the way. But like, yeah, that's the roughage. Like that time for me, you know what I'm saying, personally, was just going through the motions with music and trying to keep up. And my homie was like, bro, I respect the hell out of you because I still move with other people around the world and travel and trying to do their music. And the best people that make it the furthest is paying all this money. He like, but me and you got so far, we didn't pay nobody. You was never into paying, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was strictly talent with you. That's what I grew up, you know what I'm saying, accustomed to. I didn't know about the pay and make it. That shit came along when I was like 23, 22 years old. Niggas start paying their way. So I had to figure out this game wasn't for me. I'm a rapper, but I'm not a rap nigga. I just ain't. So, like, that's what the roughage was for me, just battling with myself. I need to keep doing this. I got to impress the local. I got to impress my people that think I'm going to make it. There's a lot of pressure on you. You know what I'm saying? You like, man, I can't let this shit go. And you end up like, nigga, damn near homeless doing this shit. But like when everybody, it's time to put some money in the shit, you're the main person doing that shit. And I'm like, I could have bought cars with this music shit. I could have did so much. And thank God that I was able to turn some shit around and do something else. But like, I see a lot of people losing their life to this shit every day, like mentally. Like it's fucking with people. Like when they don't, you know what I'm saying, when they don't get to where they want to get to, they stop trying anything. They ain't living the same. And I didn't want that shit to catch me either. So yeah.
You talk about holding grudges a lot. Like being a person that hold grudge, and you've been hurt a lot, obviously. You've been betrayed a lot.
Yeah.
From what I hear. But then you also had this Jordan mentality. As far as like, y'all know what I'll do with that. Like,
yeah. Gotta be a GOAT.
Why? Why do you hold on to grudges so much?
I think that's a maturity thing too. I think the older I get, I can let certain grudges go. I guess it just depends on where it went. You know what I'm saying? How it became. If it's a business or work related, I shouldn't keep a grudge. I learned that from somebody that I was mad at too, Dwayne Bowe. For a second, I was mad at him. You know what I'm saying? And he told me like before I got mad, he knew he could see it in me already. Like, you wear your heart on your sleeve. I was like, yeah, I do. He was like, yeah, I can see, man, you got a lot of emotion. He was like, but what business is just business. He was like, never, you know what I'm saying? Never take that any kind of way. Like, it's nothing personal. And I just had heard the term so many times, but when it happened, it was like, you know what, he right. This shit ain't got nothing to do with my feelings or me as a man, you know what I'm saying? He ain't came at me and pussy ass nigga, it ain't been to that, it's just been business. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm gonna do when this is where I wanna go with business, and this is where I'm stopping at, you know what I'm saying? So I had to realize that. So grudges ain't everything. I ain't gotta hold a grudge just depending on how it happened. But I guess when you say Jordan, you put Jordan in it, that's the sport if it's a grudge with music. Like, just like no different from 50 or Pac or sometimes Jigga. But, like, it's just a sport. Like how Nicki Minaj is heated right now with Megan Thee Stallion. I came up in the era where if a rapper didn't like you and he was successful, he was going to blackball you and take you out the industry. Like, well, nobody going to fuck with you no more and all that. I used to enjoy that type of shit. Mm-hmm. So, it's the sport of music for me when it comes to that.
But how does that work in life for you, though?
Holding grudges in life.
About, yeah, those people that outside of the music. I'm talking about like obviously your music is a reflection of life or whatever. So when you speak in your music and you talk about people holding grudges on people who have betrayed you and all that stuff, like you gave them your life and they really didn't give nothing back. You didn't get back in return what you really needed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you are holding grudges against that. So how does that Jordan mentality work against them?
I guess success. You know what I'm saying? Any person that I'm mad at, I don't constantly think about them. If it come up, you know what I'm saying, or if a thought of them come up, and maybe before I was in a different place, maybe I would. You know, I feel like it's a maturity thing, but I feel like today, if I'm wishing bad on you, it must be fresh. Like, you know what I'm saying? We must have a real problem or something like that. And when you see me, you might want to hurt me. So that's, you know what I'm saying. But literally, I'm not really holding too many grudges. I got family that I haven't spoke to, and we should speak to each other. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what it is. It ain't really like you know what I'm saying. I just try to stay successful. You know what I'm saying. Whenever it get to a point where you do be back on that sucker shit and you ready to, I make sure I can talk my shit. You know what I'm saying. My money ain't everything, but taking care of my family is, and my credit and all of that. That's important to me now.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, so if I'm in that space, you really can't talk big shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm kicking my feet up while I do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing nothing illegal. So that's what I'm proud of.
I see this happening, like especially black families a lot. Like we get into it and we don't talk to each other for years or months, whatever it may be. Then when something happened to one of the people and we just...
That's fucked up too.
Yeah, we'll be like, start to put it on ourselves. Well, maybe if I was doing this, or maybe I should have been talking to him. Or some people will be like, saying what that person wouldn't have wanted or would have wanted, but you wasn't even actually there with them, talking to them through the thing. So talking to them through whatever they were going through.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to like changing the narrative of that, do you feel like you're the one put in place for that? Because maybe where you were in music, where they thought it was music, it was really you supposed to change the direction of the family in a different type of way. Like, you're probably the one who know how to convey emotion better, or like talk to people better, or get people together better.
Now this is me in a group message. My group message is funny. I realized the other day, like, every now and then, I'm talking about, my mama is like my best friend. So she kind of like, she'll get on our level, me and my sisters and my brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, so my daddy, he's more respected, and he's a little old school, so he really don't even tap into group message like that. But my mama can start a riot in the group message. And like, sometimes I realize, like, man, and I hate when I catch this. You know how your phone show you memories, or your Facebook show you memories?
Uh-huh.
And have you ever seen it when your day was going exactly the same damn that way it was that year, like 3-4 years ago, and you like, am I always doing the same shit in April? Am I always disagreeing with my family every April? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that shit is crazy. I couldn't believe it. Like I seen that in the message. I'm like, damn, we always do this shit around the same time. So I told them, like, I be trying to make peace in that group message, but it's crazy because you got to be a better leader than a speaker. And when you just speaking about, like, when you telling people to do the right thing, when you telling people to do the right thing, it's like they ain't listening if you ain't if you ain't walking the walk. Because when you go off, you take it to the max. You know what I'm saying? I'm one person, you piss me off, I'm going off. So it's hard to calm somebody else down to see that. Like, nigga, you just did this last Tuesday. You just went off on such and such. You just stole on such and such. So it's hard to calm my sisters down because they like to bring up old shit anyway as soon as I do that. But you gotta be a better leader, you know what I'm saying? And I'm working on that, fam. I know that I'm getting older. I know that I'm becoming like the man for real of my family. I know that my dad, you know, his cancer remission like right now, but he really was going through a bad time, you know what I'm saying, like with the cancer. So it's congratulations, and, you know, thank God he's doing a lot better. But one day my dad ain't gonna be here, and that time showed me, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I told me and my dad got a lot closer since he got sick. But I told God, like, I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, not yet. It's not time. That's gonna be a lot of pressure on me and everything. And I feel like just a lot of maturity happened, especially since then. Just different with my kids. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the youngest is always more spoiled because you grow with this first one and become a real parent. And then the second one is living like you don't even know about them hard times. You know what I'm saying? Like them times that we got rough. You don't know about none of that. Or where daddy was stupid, punching walls and doing bullshit. My oldest seen that stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? But my youngest don't know what that's about. So I guess moving forward, bro, it's just life.
Is that tough to do in front of your youngest? I mean, your oldest, like being the great father that you are, the better father that you are now.
Yeah.
In front of the oldest, wondering what they're thinking, like, because they had to go through this, but this one kind of get the spoils.
Yeah, and I think about that all the time. Now, financially, I'm a person that's just, I was raised living above my means. Like, my mama knew how to make it look like we had way more than we had. And sometimes I might have a pair of new shoes on the court, but our lights still went off because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that was living above our means sometimes. But my oldest, she ain't, of course, every generation get better. She haven't seen the hard times I seen, but she's seen some hard times. She's seen daddy's mental still being a boy instead of being a man at a certain time. And I feel like, yeah, sometimes that might, like, I don't know if it bothers her because I think she's a little bit more understanding, but it could. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could bother her that, damn, my dad is he's such a daddy now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I was the cool dad with her. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what? No, you can't come over. It's just when you come over, you probably be in situations you shouldn't even be in.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to put you in the car with my homeboys and everything. I'm 22 years old. So it's just stupid stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't thinking the same. So she seen a bunch of, like, hard times. Nobody touched her or did, abused, but just like daddy rolling up right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Smoking weed. It's amazing that you ain't smoking now as a teenager because, you know what I'm saying, I set some bad examples, you know what I'm saying? But me and my daughter always been close. I just had to grow up. We was always, she wanted to be just like daddy. She wanted to be a rapper. I had to damn near kind of talk her out of that, like kind of, this ain't what
Rappers
you think.
Always doing that with their kids.
And this ain't what you think, man. I kind of, and I think she gonna end up going back regardless because she musical, but she really was following in my footsteps. And I was treating her like, yeah, this my little road dog. You know what I'm saying? She coming with me. But I wasn't doing it the right way. I thought I was being a good dad, but I was being a big brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you say how close y'all are now, or I don't know if you said close then and now.
We was a lot closer then because she a teenager now.
And she kind of pushing away a little bit, getting.
Teenager shit is hard, bro. It's different because we from a different era. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know time. I didn't even have opinions at 15. I didn't have. They stayed up here, or I told other kids. Yeah. I don't tell no adults your opinions, and they're like, "Nigga, who you think you is? You fuck around and get your ass slapped putting your opinion in." So now kids are different, and then I feel like my youngest mama is like me. We old school, you know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. But my oldest mama, I don't know if she really was raised different or is she trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much, but I just don't know if she really was raised different or not. I feel like she should be at the same point with me with discipline and how to, you know what I'm saying? But for some reason, we not there. So I don't want to look like the bad guy. I became the bad guy for a second. I had to fix that. And now I'm an ATM. So it's like I got to fix that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't get no respect. I just get calls when it's time for the money.
Word.
I don't get no respect. Don't see you. Can't get you to come over. All kind of stuff. But when you need some money, I see you.
You had that real talk with her, though, as far as, like, the situations that you put her in. Have you been able to sit and have a conversation with her about where your head was? And
we speak on it sometimes. And then when we get together, a lot of times what I hate is that I'm a product of my daddy and my mama kind of ignoring stuff and just moving on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta change that because just because you was raised one way ain't, you know what I'm saying? But me and my daughter, it's like she is like my twin, bro. So sometimes we could be needing to talk and ain't nothing happen. And sometimes it'll be her finessing it. You know what I'm saying? Turning up the radio and something on. We end up rapping the whole way while I'm going back to my house and forgetting about it. Now I'm at Freddy's buying burgers and doing shit that, and I'll think about it later. But sometimes it's me. Sometimes it's me like, hey, I'm going to strike up a conversation that I know you would like to have. And then so I can just, you know what I'm saying, get through the next day. And then sometimes we do have those talks. And it ain't just been like a long, big talk running through everything, you know what I'm saying? It'd be more about like where we at today and trying to see what's on her mind today. I've been telling my daughter, like, we had a problem with her thing and I treat her like a little kid. So it's like, you know what, you're right. You're 15. You live in a different fucking time than I do, you know what I'm saying? It's way different right now. So I think I'm going to have to treat you like a young friend instead of a kid because you're going to do what the hell you want to do. And I'm going to just have to give you advice and tell you why I wouldn't do that or why I wouldn't make this move. If you can't listen or start to catch on and realize daddy don't be doing nothing but giving me real game, then I don't know. I can't help you. But your other kids, you start molding them different. You start to prepare for that moment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I can't lose sight of you. And sometimes parenting in two different houses get like that, man.
Yeah. You over here preaching. Yeah,
for real, fam. Like, it's crazy.
I connect with a lot of that you're saying, especially as far as having a teenage daughter that, like, when you're younger, we more closer with a girl dad than when you become a teenager. And of course, some of the things I've done throughout start to hit her, and it's like, I don't even know if I like that dude. When you talk about being the bad guy, having to be the disciplinary and all of that stuff.
I wonder, have we got there? I'm pretty sure she's been mad at me before, but I wonder, has she ever been like, you know, I'm done with my daddy. I've never seen that, you know what I'm saying? But it's a possibility. But I've never seen it, so I feel like we good because, bro, even when I didn't have money, I spoiled the hell out of my kids. And I'm talking about above my means where I shouldn't have spent that kind of money. But I love my kids, and I feel like, man, I want them to have just as much fun as I did growing up. So my daughter even said it, you know, when she was just here yesterday. I took her to work. She got a job now. I didn't like that. I took her to work. I picked her up. And on her way out, she got to go to school today. So she was like, Daddy, can I take my PlayStation home? Because I don't be playing that. Like, I got this here for you to spend more time here with me. It's yours, but that don't mean take it just over your house and then be stuck over there now on it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is a way we get to connect.
Yeah. This way, I don't want you bored when you over here. She'll come back and leave the PlayStation at home. Like, Daddy ain't being petty about a fucking play. We got an Xbox and another PlayStation in this house. Yeah. But why are you leaving yours at the crib that I can't really visit you at anyway? Why don't you bring it where it was bought at? You know what I'm saying? And hang out with me. But it's just different, man. And girls is different. And my daddy never could tell me to shut the fuck up. I shut up. My sisters used to argue back. You know what I'm saying? So girls is a little bit different. Because our punishment was way different. Mm-hmm. You know, I can get abused, and that's legal. So
for sure, though.
So my punishment was way different. Like, I'm not even about to talk back. So I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. But I don't have no sons. You know, my lady, she got a son, and he just like my son, but he's just a baby. He's only 4 years old.
Yeah. What if you're not understanding it was meant to be for you to challenge yourself? Like, you're not gonna understand it at its inception to you, but you're supposed to figure it out. Man, like, cause this is unfamiliar to you, but you gotta, in order to grow you gotta try to learn how to work through this.
It's a good question. I'm trying, but I don't know. Like, my lady, she helped me with it a lot. They get along great. My girl and my daughter, my oldest daughter, they get along great. Of course, the little one too, but the oldest one, like, it shocked me, you know what I'm saying, how much they can talk and get along. And I'm like, damn, that's cool. So she be trying to give me hints on, or, you know, you should do this and do that. But when I try them, boy, it's like trying to get your kids on your attention like that, man. It's just hard, boy.
But you just in and out with trying it, or you really trying?
Well, I don't, you know what I'm saying? She don't live with me.
Yeah.
And like, my last school year, my daughter lived with me down there full time because I put her in a private school right in my area. Mm-hmm. But this year, her mama wanted her back out there, of course, you know what I'm saying, with her. So they live way further in distance from me.
Mm-hmm.
And if I get my daughter, they'll make a good point about she got to go to school in the morning. So if I, like, you know, I make it to every damn basketball game I can. Sometimes that shit might be an hour away, but I'm going to be there. But it's like, man, you know, and this is a show, but like, baby mama, you know what I'm saying, she trying to pull. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was, my daughter was out the state one time in Texas. I had to go down to Texas, like, I went down there, like, my daughter only lived down there for 6 months because I just couldn't take it. But I kept coming down there. I had been down there like 3 or 4 times within them 6 months. Like, kept coming to see my daughter as much as I could, just because you don't know what the hell your daughter is, like, turning into a woman. She's 14 years old. You don't know what she up against or what she's seeing. So, like, that shit was devastating. Yeah. But when she came back here, that's when she was with me, and I put her in school. School was, like, crazy. Like, she became, like, the #1 athlete in that school, bro. She did her thing, and then she had a great... And it was like, damn, y'all want her to lead this school? She doing so good in basketball and everything. It's a private school. The scholastic is way better. You know what I'm saying? Everything going on here is nice. And, like, nah, we going to take her up out of here closer to where she at. So that made the year rough for me because I don't even like moving on without my oldest. You know what I'm saying? It's like, shit, we got the most history. You my first child. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to start moving, but I have to keep moving on for my family. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to start moving without you. But I want to keep moving. And, like, that shit was hard. She got a bedroom that she don't even use in my house, fully furnished, that shit. I had to pay for that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just sitting there. And I'm talking about vanity table and everything. You asked for all this shit. I just tried to make the room complete how you wanted it, but you barely use it. So, but it's like, it's mom, though. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel like that's my daughter. I just feel like now she coming accustomed to it. And it's a shame. It's got to be like that. But when kids get older, I know I did, you start realizing a lot. Who was who and who was this. Because you start going through this shit. And I think my daughter one day gonna come around. Not far as like I never see her again. Yeah. I'm gonna keep being in her life, of course. But I think one day she'll come around, like, and realize, like, Daddy really do anything for me. Mm-hmm. He'll drive to Texas. He'll drive. I don't care where I was gonna move in America. He gonna drive to it. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my heart. So.
Yeah, when she get to realize how much, like, driving to Texas really, driving to Texas within 6 months 3 times really is.
Man, that's crazy.
Trying to deal with a teenager who's going against you right now, how that can make you feel as a parent. I mean, you could never see how I feel as a father, but
and it's not to cut you off. They got a lot of examples around them because there's a lot of people that still don't have their dads in their life. For you to be able to say, no matter what was going on, my daddy has went to my first day of school all the way up to sophomore year when I just told him it's just too much, Daddy. You ain't got to come up here no more. And I had to understand, like, she in high school now. Now, I do baby her. But, bro, I've never missed a birthday. I never missed a Christmas. I've never missed a Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. She still get Valentine's Day gifts from me, bro. She still get Easter baskets, bro. 15 years old. She still like Easter baskets. But it's just, you don't see that until you just live a little bit more life. Yeah. As a kid, you think it's just supposed to happen, and everybody's getting it like this, and then you'll realize. So I feel like I just got to keep doing my job as a father. And as long as, that was the question, what could I do? And I think I just got to keep being a father and trying to communicate as much as I can. If you ain't going to talk, we'll talk about music or something else, but eventually one day it'll come around.
I know with me and my daughter, I found I had to apologize for a lot of the shit that I put her through or whatever. It may not have been big to me, but
big to her.
It's big to her, and also making her feel that that's the fact that that's big to you is big to me. So making stuff clear on why I may have did some stuff, but that don't mean it was the right thing to do. But I do love you. I did do it out of love. It was the wrong way, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? And I apologized and all of that. Not to say you was...
Was you with her moms?
No. Same like you.
Yeah.
Not the Texas thing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, she stayed damn near everything you said is kind of the same. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Her mom ain't a bad person or nothing.
Yeah, I don't. Her mom ain't a bad person. I don't want to, even make it seem like that. That I'm here to say that, but
Yeah.
we just, our situation is different. You know what I'm saying? If I could do anything, if talking about it on this show gonna make it get better, you know what I'm saying? Here, take your kid, whatever. Like I do whatever to get my kid, but I've always wanted to be in my kid's life because I always wanted to have a big influence on my kids,
Mm-hmm.
like my kids. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna stray them the wrong way. I'm actually trying to make them better than I am. I want to have influence on them, but yeah, that shit hard, bro. Kids it's just you love them, and you shit. You hoping they come out. Ain't nobody ever gonna be perfect, but you done figured out the keys to this shit. You like, nah, I know what to do if I was your age. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they ain't gonna listen, and you know they ain't gonna listen, and it's really this influence, this how the world is, bro. Your kids can even. They used to get in our mamas and them business too. We could come to school and say some shit like, "Oh, we got hit too hard," but today you could tell your family. You could tell your people at school, the counselors, like, you think you suicidal and shit, or you a different gender and people ain't accepting that, or you don't like how your body is or whatever you want. It's just so much stuff that they ready to label our kids, and it's like y'all not understanding, kids, that they doing this for damaging reasons for the future. They are trying to label y'all. You won't be able to do certain things with a label on you. That's gonna stop you from being able to get you know what I'm saying? Get your point across and be a free mind thinker of a person. You know what I'm saying? You have a label on you, a condition, or something happened to you. We put you on some kind of medication and had to do this. That shit will slow you down in life. You know what I'm saying? And I know it firsthand, not because I went through it, but I got somebody close to me as hell that went through it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you don't do that to people. You don't do it to kids, especially. You don't. If people was telling me at school, like, yeah, it's okay that you smoke weed, and you know what I'm saying, you want to do. Your parents need to know that you have your own personality too, and you're this and that. I would have been fucked up. I'd probably be in the penitentiary. Somebody telling me that I should have an opinion and telling me, because my mama and daddy know best. You know, it's my life, but I'm an extension of theirs. Nobody else can persuade my life. How? You know what I'm saying? But today's people are putting labels on these kids, and they fucking them up. What you don't want is your kids on some kind of medication if they don't really need it. But today they will diagnose anybody. Anything can get you some medicine. It's like, so shit.
Yeah.
I don't trust these people. That's why I like private school, because they really raise your kids for you. They help you raise your kids when you're not around your kids. And black schools could turn into that if the parents gave a fuck. We could all be donating to the schools right now. We could run the schools. We show up to the meetings, the PTA meetings and shit like that. I'm seeing it done at this white school my daughter go to now. But all you got to do is be involved, the community, and this school will flourish. It'll be better, and we'll start making real scholars out of here. But the parents don't care nothing in these inner city schools. That was the biggest thing. I never wanted none of my kids to go to inner city schools, because I remember how it raised me. Looking at security guards like police. I can spot a police from anywhere. I know how to hide around white people that's older than me. I look at as authority figures and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we got to fix that. And that's really how I was raised. So shit. That's how my mind is now. But I don't want that for my kids.
You don't think the mommy and daddy knows best mentality is kind of the reason why our relationships are fucked up with our kids now, though, in a sense?
If my grandma was still around and people still watch TV in the living room together without cell phones, that shit wouldn't be. But because of how life is now, maybe so. But literally, like, my mama's my best friend. This woman that slapped me in my mouth so many times, she could come in here right now. If she wrong, I'm still standing on it with her. I'll fight both of you niggas right. She was wrong, so what?
Sure.
That's my mama. And really, I don't see nothing that messed up my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I prefer to be. That's how I'm gonna be. I'm the same way about my daddy, just not as much because he's his own man.
Yeah.
But my mama is my woman. I protect her. This ain't my woman, but she's my woman. Like, literally, she's my queen. I protect her forever until she leaves this earth. So it's like, I feel like every kid should be that way about their parents. But I feel like this new world makes a lot of, I don't know, man. I'm not racist, I'm prejudiced, but I feel like these white people want our kids to start being like the kids we seen in the 90s. Blowing up schools and shooting and shit. They trying to get them more on that type of shit because it's like y'all trying to make them so much less attached to their families. And so in so many ways, they don't have a life like me and you used to have. Playing outside with the football and stuff like that, bro. These kids is drawn away from family. Most of the time, your kids come in the house and go look right for their tablets and their phone and go to their room and just sit with them. And I'm like, that ain't how life is supposed to be. So if my grandma was still here, if my family was like it was then, we'd be family orientated. We'd be like some of the foreign families that come here. That you can't break their family up. You can't break us up. We all broke up now. Nigga, I know niggas funking with their people. I'm funking with my cousins. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like life is different now. There's no respect. Nobody can come and tell my kids nothing. And they ain't even lived life yet. You're going to learn 2 years later, you're going to be saying, damn, I should have never said that to Auntie. I should have never. So it's like, why wouldn't I be here to tell you that before it happened? God give you parents for a reason. If you didn't need me, I wouldn't be here. But I'm here because you need me to guide you. Yeah. I care the most about you. Ain't nobody else in the world wants you to win. Literally. If somebody could win with you or snake you out of some money and everything, you only gonna be able to leave that shit around me and your mama. Cause we the only ones gonna make sure it's more money when you come back there. We just want the best for you. You extension of my life. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you how to get around this motherfucker. Literally, if I went to a brand new school today, me and you as little kids, and I walk in this building and I need to know where the bathroom is. If you come and tell me that you've been here for 3 years, you can tell me how to get to the damn bathroom faster than this dude that walked in with me. Why y'all listen to y'all peers? Y'all listen to each other at school. Y'all not listening to real role models. And there's no respect there. And shit, I had too much respect. I came up with too much respect. I just was different. I didn't start breaking rules till I was grown. And if you want to start breaking rules when you're grown, that's your own consequence. But when you was a kid and you need us, you got to listen.
But when you say earlier, you said we weren't allowed to have opinions, so it made us talk to our peers about certain things. So we're that's what you're going to get. Like, I can't talk to you. I can't express myself to you. I can't express because you don't think what I'm talking about is big enough. You get what I'm saying? Because it ain't what you went through. A lot of times we was going through stuff when we was kids that we really needed to talk about, but it wasn't significant to them, but we felt like it was significant.
Give me an example.
I don't know.
Because some stuff is significant. I feel like a teenager should know the difference. Like, this is real. I got to talk to them about this. Yeah. Then you got stuff that's like, man, I know they don't care about this. And I don't think nothing's wrong with that. My life is serious. I'm taking care of you and a dozen other people. But like literally, I'm gonna hear you out. We get our times all the time to talk. But if you got something to say, speak up. Speak up because I want to help you get through this quick and fast. I'm not gonna lie. My mama was never like this. You know what I'm saying? My mama, I know, probably loves me more than anybody on earth. But she was never like, oh, come here, oh, you know what I'm saying, coddle me and everything. That's crazy because I realized growing up, only people who was like that was women outside of my community. Like, black women are strong, you know what I'm saying? They real strong. They raised me. They taught me a lot. But the only time somebody would get on their knees and talk to me and say, it's gonna be all right, it was like a white lady or something, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't come up with that kind of shit. My mama or my daddy wasn't doing. My daddy damn sure wasn't doing it, but my mama wasn't doing that. And I don't even put my hands on my kids. Yeah. I want to. Because I feel like it'll straighten some stuff out. But today, like, my mama always remind me, it ain't this a new day now. You be in jail. Right? So I'm like, yeah.
And it don't really straighten nothing out for real.
Did you get beat? Because it straightened me the hell out, bro. Like, I remember when I went to Lincoln Jr. and I was trying to get kicked out with like my other friends. They was all getting kicked out. I'm going to Lincoln Junior High School. They all getting kicked out. I'm trying to get kicked out with them. But the only thing is, I got a daddy at home. Yeah. Maybe like 2 of my friends got daddies or whatever, and they had to face the consequences. But I'm the only one still at this school going in here in 7th grade. And I'm trying my best. But I'm trying slow because I ain't really trying to get my daddy to knock my ass out. But why was I trying to leave such a great school? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's kids don't know best. They don't know what my daddy was telling me all the time. I should have been listening because my future would have panned out differently. But because I didn't listen, it didn't. And I ain't gonna make my kids do nothing. All I'm gonna do is keep reminding you what you're supposed to do. We're never gonna not get around it. I ain't just about to ignore it. I'm gonna keep telling you what you're supposed to do and should have done. This is the right way. I need to build this a conscience for you in your head. Because I have a conscience of my parents still every time I make decisions. I still don't want to piss off my mom and I'm 36 years old. I care what they think. I want them to believe that, hey, he's got it. He's doing all right. If we leave Earth today, he can do it. And I still live to make them happy.
Yeah.
I feel like a person is supposed to be that way though, bro. I don't feel like nobody should even like, it shouldn't get to a point where I'd be like, man, fuck my mama. She didn't listen and she went. No, she gave me life. So did my daddy. I don't, every time I went at him, I said I did it before, but I was wrong. I was never right going at my parents. My parents can make another me. I can't make another set of parents. I owe them so much. They brought me to this life. They literally took care of me. They showed me how to walk. They showed me how to talk. They put me through everything. They paid for shit when I wanted to do it. My daddy put me in barber school when I still was in the street fucking off doing bullshit. He just wanted to see me make it in life. I'm the same way for my kids, fam. They call me every time they need something. They want to join something new. I'm always paying for it. Our Cash App is crazy. When they show you the receipt of how much you done sent your kids, it's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's just the no for me. I just think, because I felt like that as a parent, I know, but we don't know everything, bruh. So that makes us not listen. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I know better. So I'm not really listening to her. I'm not really listening to him or trying to help them like really get through this if I don't know if I don't understand their position in it. You can't know everything. Your parents don't know everything. You don't know when you about to get married, you don't know how to get through a marriage, and you don't know how to. For example, you didn't know how to parent your daughter when she first got here. It was things you had to learn. Mm-hmm. You got some things. There's things we can get from our parents. You got beat. For some reason, you didn't beat your daughter though.
No, I didn't beat her.
Why didn't you take that from them?
I just felt like, man, my sisters got less whoopings than me. It was something big. If they ever got a whooping, it was real big. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They did some crazy shit, some unladylike shit that my daddy didn't like. And he might have gave him a whooping for that, but he barely put my mama did all the discipline around the house more than everybody. Mm-hmm. But when my daddy got involved, which with me, hella times, you know what I'm saying? Like, it meant I did some shit. I done broke a window in this motherfucker or just, ruined something or the teacher called the day or whatever. But I learned from them motherfuckers, like what I was gonna say. I went to Lincoln Jr. and I had a whole clique of homeboys. They would just ride one dude's bus and then figure out how to get home later on. You know what I'm saying? Might hop in with his mama, might ride the metro. Bro, my parents wasn't going for that. It wasn't all through middle school, I used to get so mad that I couldn't do it. I'm thanking God to this day that I didn't do that shit, bro, because sometimes that shit, most of them niggas in the penitentiary. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They was just trying to keep me out of harm's way. Like, they was literally teaching me and giving me my dad used to always say when I leave the house, watch your surroundings. Be careful. Always watch your surroundings. He always say, I feel like you just like me. You gotta hide. When you see some shit going on, you can tell it's going on, and you can get the hell up out of there. He just always told me little small stuff like that because I know where I'm raising you, son. We in the middle of the 50s. I wish I could get you out of here. But shit, this kid's dying every day right here. But I listen to him, bro. I don't want nothing to happen to my daughter. But if she don't listen, sometimes God is gonna show you. Yeah. And so, I'm a strong believer in God. If you don't do it right with him, I can't help you at all.
Following certain people wanting to be like them in your life, is that like a reoccurring thing? Because you said it like with Gucci, man. You said it like with the dudes at Lincoln. You wanted to I ain't want to be like nobody, but when I was talking about real,
when I was young, when he wanted to, when he was playing ball, like I literally looked up to Barrell, but I ain't never wanted to be like nobody. I feel like me and my daughter had that conversation a lot. She a Leo. So I'd be like, you know what I'm saying, you're a leader. You gotta be just like I was.
Yeah.
Like literally like I was talking to Nick, we was doing another interview. If you look around the city, he was like, bro, you got influence on everybody. Every certain kind of way. Like, but that's how I always been in my school. Even in high school, I was most likely to be famous. Like that's just who I've been my whole life. And I feel like I see a lot of that in my oldest daughter. She just like me with people, you know what I'm saying, when she get around crowds. Like, and I, no offense, I knew your mama, but she wasn't that type of person. That's why I liked her, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was the outgoing motherfucker. That's where you get it from. But we got the same DNA and same zodiac sign. It's gonna be inevitable. One day you'll be coming telling me how much you like me. Man, Daddy, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be thinking just like you when it comes to this. So I remember when you used to say this. I did it with my parents. I know it's gonna happen. And I get closer. I'm way closer with my daddy than I was growing up than now. I thank him all the time. Daddy, I could have been shot. I know so many. My cousin, little Chris, is dead. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. But he's dead because his daddy and him was a little bit different than me and my daddy. My daddy was whooping my ass. I feel like that shit saved my life. Because I know so many people that went the wrong way and I ain't got no felonies. I tried all that shit. I did with that. When daddy ain't looking, I played around with all you niggas and went to go do that shit. But I still had this conscience that he put here. And I'm not getting no ass whooping, dog. Nope, y'all ain't nothing for none of y'all. So I'm going home. Y'all can have that.
A lot of us would have chose missing that ass whipping over a lot of stuff. Like I told people before, I prayed my father would die when I knew he was on his way to whoop me. Especially when he had to leave work. If he had to leave work to come with me,
bro,
oh my God.
And it was normal. We talked to each other like, boy, if you had a daddy, like, you better get your ass whooped, boy, you go home. I already know it. And that's just, I feel like the community is definitely missing that. I ain't saying abuse these kids, but I'm saying let people parent their own kids.
Yeah.
We got a lot of interfering. And I'm ready to see what the future look like. I feel like the future won't have a lot of love in it. I feel like most of these kids, the way they allow it to be, I can't judge, I can't say this. A lot of kids will be like, Mom and Dad, I decided I'm gonna have a baby with my best friend, even though he's gay. We just both want a kid.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a generation where there's no love for real. It's just gonna be, cause we showing them that. You can have a brother with this, or he got a different mama, she got a different mama, and I'm a part of that problem. But we showing these kids that to where they probably looking at love like, nah. We used to want to get married growing up because everybody was married. But the older I get, it just becomes different. And I don't even think these kids want that. They just want to go ahead and have a baby and just live their life. And they have it with anybody. And I just feel like that's no love. How you have a baby with your friend, y'all ain't really attracted to each other, but y'all just trying to produce the baby. I feel like that's what their generation is gonna be a lot of, and it's gonna be like, dang, this is a weird place. And I see why old people be like, shit, I hate this place. You know what I'm saying? It just turns into that for you. Yeah. But at the rate we going, the future is crazy. It's doomed.
You feel like you know your father? Like,
not the parts I want to know, but he ain't gonna never let me know them parts. Yeah. Sometimes I be thinking I give my daddy way too much credit to be a square. And then I might be talking to an OG, nigga double take, boy, you don't know who your daddy is, man. That nigga, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like Martin Luther King's kids weren't supposed to know his dirty business. They're supposed to see him as the daddy that they painted him as, you know what I'm saying?
Well, what if I'm going through this and feel like I can't never talk to you about it because you ain't been through it, because you didn't share that part with me? So now I'm going to somebody who actually been through it, who probably don't, like you say, as a parent, you got my best interest at heart.
But this other person don't have my best interest.
But that's why I got to go to.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a way to let them know that it's just like through music, you putting stuff out there, but you ain't saying it's cool. You just letting people know your story. So if I can let the world know that.
It's like I regret about music. The older I got, the mature I am. Okay. I put some bullshit out there. You know what I'm saying? Like not the music, but what I was saying. Mm-hmm. Now, I used to talk about drugs like I did them constantly. Like literally, like if I was experimenting or trying a drug, you would believe that I was definitely hooked on this drug. And the truth is, it was like, man, I was living a better life than what I was preaching. And I started to see, like, it's younger artists that have made some of the moves I make, and I seen it. And I'm like, man, I wish I could tell that dude no, but he gonna say, nigga, you did it. You hating on me, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, all right, bro, it's gonna turn into a cry for help. You know what I'm saying? You don't wanna you don't wanna just be stuck somewhere, you know what I'm saying, in life. But yeah, that influence shit is crazy. Yeah. And I try to be influential on my kids, you know what I'm saying? But you won't have a hold on. I don't think like you'll ever have a hold on all of your kids. My mom had 4 kids, and I think that she got me. That everybody be like, that's you her favorite. That's what my siblings say. But I think it's because just our bond and just how I felt about like growing up. My uncles and people tell me like, yeah, you don't let nothing happen to your mama. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to take care of it. I owe my mama a mansion. I'm supposed to bend it by her a mansion, bro. I told her that years ago. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid. So I just have a different bond with my parents. And my dad, like, his bond ain't strong as me and my mama's because my mama never left. My dad sometimes had to leave. And I might have looked at that like, damn, he left me. When I got older, I realized what being a man was. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a black man and like this is like this. So I got a lot of respect for my daddy that some people don't even think I should have. Some, you know, my sisters and people like, my daddy did this, he did. I got too much respect for him, man. I don't know how he did it. I'm still trying to figure it out.
With you as a father now.
Man, but how'd he do it? Like, he kept us all in one house. You don't know no other people, you know what I'm saying? We know our mama and our daddy. They still married to this day. And it's not been a happy ride. But my daddy, man, I feel like you the MVP, bro. You could have left. So many men do it. You know what I'm saying? Never left. It's hard to do that in today's society because women, they don't allow you to just stay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't about to just be with... I won't say that for all women, but the community we come from, you won't really just be with these women you having kids with. And it's crazy because they don't have intentions to stay all the time either. It ain't always just the dude be messing up. Sometimes the women is like, I got the baby, I'm out of here. And that's crazy to me to think like how could you think like that when like you done forgave me 20 times before this baby was here? Now we should really be staying together. Yeah. And you could that's the last straw. You out this motherfucker. Damn, you been wanting to go. Why'd you have a baby? Well, like, I don't get it. But the baby changed me. Shit, I'm trying to be here for you and the baby.
Yeah, you moving and you want to run away.
Yeah, so you can't hold nobody and make them stay, man. That's illegal too, shit. So
how much of your father you see in yourself?
A lot, bro. He the reason why I consider myself brilliant. Now, I know I ain't the smartest man in the world. I feel like I'm pretty smart, especially, again, because of my community. Because of the resources that I had, the schools that I went to. It's like, damn, well, it's amazing that you got a brain like that. You know what I'm saying? You could have been worse off. It's around a lot of crack smoke and all kind of different people and shit. But I feel like he's the reason why I'm so brilliant. My daddy is probably, I feel like he could fight his own case as an attorney. He's smart. My daddy was actually a substitute teacher, though, for years. Like, he taught history. He's a historian. He's one of the people that can just watch Jeopardy and say the answers before the people say them. And I'll be like, damn, I want to do that. I used to always look up to that as a kid. Like, I want to do that, man. How you do that? Fixed a Rubik's Cube when I was like 9 years old. My grandma would just say he didn't live up to his potential. Yeah. He had so much potential, you know what I'm saying? He could have just been that person. But so I see a lot of myself in my daddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly. What do you think people say about you?
Okay, the good, I think I get a lot of recognition around the city when it comes to talent. Whether people hate me or not. Like, man, I didn't heard it before. Oh, he a bitch ass nigga. Nigga makes some good music, but he's just a bitch ass nigga. I don't fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? So that's something I always knew I had in the bag, like talent, and people ain't even seen me act yet. I went to school to act. I didn't go to school to rap. I went to school for acting. I'm trying to get back into that shit now. But literally, people give me my respect for like just the arts, the talent. I went to a performing arts school. This is who I was. The bad. People might say, man, he got a bad temper. And I'm trying to become a different person. I want people to see the new me now. I'm a little bit more... Life is easier than it used to be. Working, put it like this. When you work check to check, you hate going to work. If somebody put $20,000 in your account today, work wouldn't be so bad. You'd be just going there trying to put $21,000 in that bank. You'd be going. So that's how life can. Because as a black man, we start with nothing.
Yes,
sir. So yeah, I was frustrated. You know what I'm saying? So that's the bad. You said the good, the bad,
ugly. You know,
ugly. The ugly. I think the ugly would be if you really know this nigga, he gotta calm down on talking about people. I got a habit of like, I'm a people watcher. If you gonna date me, we having dinner at the table where we talk about people that's sitting over here and everything. I just do this and like, it's ugly. It's something I need to work on. I feel like celebrities is free fall. I just be tearing them down. Like, I don't know. It make me feel good sometimes, but it's crazy. Like that's the ugly.
You do that online too?
I do it online after rap. We just talked about this. I used to didn't do it. When I make a status, somebody be calling my phone, delete that shit. You gotta go. Cause we was all living our whole 20s as if Jay-Z and them gonna come and get you, bro. You just can't piss them off. You can't, man. When I stopped giving a fuck about them, internet got fun as hell. I can say what the fuck I want on internet. I don't care about nobody not buying an album because I'm not selling no albums. I don't care about nobody seeing this that was gonna sign me because I'm not trying to get signed no more. I'm 36 years old. Mm-hmm. Now I get to have fun on the internet. I used to want to say shit all the time and people delete me and tell me to delete it and not call me and shit like that. I couldn't speak my mind.
The ugly part of that is though, that because you do have enough of a voice to where Marley tweet out something, it's retweeted. It could get retweeted up to 1 million times if it's a dope ass take, and that can be that take that celebrity over the edge. Because that's the ugly in that. The good, the bad, the ugly. What Marley thinks what Ray thinks about himself.
Okay, what I think about myself. The good is that, man, right now I believe all my life, and it's got to be somebody that passed away in my family that was here when I was here, or maybe this was done before I was here. But some kind of way, I see my mama, my daddy, and me and my siblings. We got God's favor, and we don't even deserve it all the time. I'm talking about I've been out of jams, money have just shown up, things like that, you know what I'm saying? So I got to keep praising God, keep telling people about God. That's the good thing about me, though, is that God got my back. Like, for real, like, literally, like, bro, I should have been dead sometimes or been in the wrong situations, bro, but it's like you could see God doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like, really moving in your life, like, that's crazy. And just saving you sometimes. And I know, like, God care. Like, I'll be making it. Sometimes I could be like, bro, I know this ain't about to happen and I got to make this happen. And I can just leave it in God's hands. And I'm going to either figure it out or it's going to come to me. Or somebody going to pick up the phone and call me or something, bro. God is real. He that strong. So I think that's the good part about me. The bad part about me is... My phone going crazy in my pocket. The bad part about me is what I think is that I'm always, sometimes I talk too much and I'm too friendly and I'm too accepting and I let people get real close in, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't be hiding shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I literally, if we talk, of course, everybody got stuff in their life that they ain't gonna talk about, but like literally, like, I go too far with people and letting them know, you know what I'm saying? And that shit'll come back and either bite you or just being too upfront with people now when you're trying to do something, you can't hide the left hand with the right hand knowing, man, you just said you was about to get that money or you just said you was about to, you know what I'm saying? I talk a lot. That's just who I am, fam. That's the bad part that I feel like I would say. Okay. Some people say it's cool. It was the reason why I started smoking weed. Smoking weed made me feel like I'm more relaxed. I'm going to be quiet. People ain't going to, you know what I'm saying, seeing me talk too much. I'm going to just sit back. Because I used to think my dad talked too much. Like, man, this dude is real square. He's a nerd, man. It gets on my nerves. But now I embrace that shit. But I used to, like, didn't like that. And, but I gotta know how to balance it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's the bad part because when I do that shit, it's always gonna come back at you every single time. It's hard to say, like, it just, different things I always just bite you in the ass for being open with people. Or like just giving people money and shit like that. Just being open. Like when you broke, you can't call a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a generous dude, bro. When I got it, I act like I'm rich. I'm always like spending like we going to Vegas right now for this Super Bowl shit, man. My girl, she been getting everything she want, you know what I'm saying? But it's her birthday, so it's like, but that's what I live to do. I like to. That's who my pops was, bro. He was a provider, and that's what I like doing. Like I got all daughters, I got my girl, and I Valentine's Day be a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just me. I ain't got no. I want a little boy though. I want to want to look just like me, and maybe I can make Martin Luther King out this little nigga. Like for real, I'm gonna show everybody in the world how to raise a son. You seen that episode of American Dad?
Nah.
He cloned his own son because his wife thought she knew how to raise him better.
Everything.
Yeah, but that was a real episode. Like, man, if I can have me a son, I'm be like, wow, this nigga finna be. Everybody. He finna be better than y'all kids. Watch this.
That's that competitive.
I'm finna go show y'all how to raise a man. This
And the ugly.
The ugly. But we said the ugly.
That was okay.
Yeah, we said the ugly. So we said the good, the ugly. We didn't say the bad. Oh, we said the bad, didn't we?
Yeah, ain't even true. Because I don't even remember if we. I just know you were saying. I don't know if we said bad or matter. Close. They close.
I love myself, man. I love myself.
You think that's ugly?
That's what I'm saying. I ain't got a lot to say about me being ugly or bad. I love myself. I really do.
Yeah. Alpone had a question earlier I was supposed to get to.
Yeah.
What does the ambition of success come from? Where does it come from? Why do you feel you have to have this amount of success?
The Patricks, that's my last name. That's my side of the family that you got a little bit more successful people on that side. And when we came around them, we always had to be ready for this game that we about to play. Like, can you talk? Are you smart? Do you go to school? Do you really know? Hey, if I ask you this question real quick, that's what it really was in so many ways when I go talk to, and I loved impressing them. Like, it was like, I was one of the best. Like, you know what I'm saying? This dude know how to use his words. He know how to use context clues and see what that meant, what you said. He know how to play in conversation and get you to talk about the history moment that he don't remember, trying to get. I love finessing my teachers, bro. That's what but my daddy used to tell me that's how he was, and this is how you get your way through life, and read as many books as you can. My daddy read damn every book that we got in the house, at my mama's house, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how he was. And I think he could have been Ghost St. Patrick if he from a different time, different era for a black man, hard. All of them went to the penitentiary. All of them tasted some crack and got high. So it's like he from a different time. But I knew what he wanted me to be. And I did not follow my dad. And it was like, man, had I did exactly what my daddy told me to do, I might be like a Ghost St. Patrick right now. More in shape. Yeah. Just would never no bullshit. Wouldn't be no tattoos on my face. Well, you know what I'm saying? Just different. That shit that I thought I needed. That shit is gonna make me cool. I'm a rapper. Now I'm 36. Like, man, my daddy was right. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about getting loans and shit. And trying to make my life good for that when I could have did that in my 20s. I could have had a whole business. He was telling me this shit. But I'm like, I don't want to listen to him. So I'm telling my kids, you don't make the same mistakes. He been here longer than all of us. He knows what you should be doing.
But maybe this was the time for you to do it, though. Maybe you wouldn't have been ready earlier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe the reason you didn't go where you wanted to go in music is because you always giving stuff, and then you would have been in a broken place anyway. You would have ended up broken anyway.
I thought about that a bunch of times.
So maybe he was saving you by not putting you in that place.
People were saying this to me. Why you think rap is over? Why you think you can't make it as a rapper? Because you older. I'm like, bro, the crazy thing is if I made it as a rapper, I'm not going to do the bullshit with my money that I would have did when I wanted to be a rapper so bad. So it don't even seem that fun no more, bro. I'm literally not going to do what I was going to be Soulja Boy with my money. So, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, now it's like, I'm way different. I'm too responsible. I'm going to sleep early, man. My life is different, bro. I get up and look at a laptop and trying to do my real estate shit every morning. And it's just like my life is different. So it's like, and I know that I should have been this way. I fucked off a lot of time because I hate to be beginning it at 36. I hate to be like, now, like at 36, your credit is finally good. I got excellent credit, but it happened at 33. You know what I'm saying? It's like I should have been doing this a long time ago. And I wasted a lot of fucking time. And because people gonna say I'm a conspiracy theorist, but I feel like the rap game, it literally did that. It did to a billion niggas. It's a million niggas that it did that too. Like a few of y'all many will enter, a few will win. They been telling us that since we was kids on them commercials. Many will enter, a few will win. And that's really what the rap game is. And today's rap game, them niggas going to jail. All these rappers, Gucci Mane, whole label in jail. Man, I don't even want no parts of the rap game no more. It's like they extorting a nigga. They exposing, and it's like some slave shit for real. Like it looks way different. It ain't what I grew up seeing. I was a fan of Michael Bivins and the East Coast Family, bro. Like, I wanted to just audition and say, he's good. We're signing him. You know, that shit don't exist no more. Nigga, you gotta come in here with $1 million worth of your dope money and get the fans' attention right then and spend it with this company, and they about to put you on, and they gonna go halfway with you. By the end of the year, you in jail. And now they giving niggas RICO charges.
Man, I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
You mind praying us out?
Yeah, man, let's have a prayer, man. I ain't did a loud prayer in years. All right. Heavenly Father, we come to you today, thanking you for another great day.
Yes, Lord.
Wishing for many, many more blessings and beautiful days to come. Everybody's leaving the building, so as we on our journeys, make sure we get safe to our families and where we're headed. I appreciate this opportunity today to be here with bro and do his thing and do this interview, which was quite refreshing. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Goal is to leave a lasting imprint on their minds and their hearts. We pray you've been indelibly marked.
Yo, man.
Appreciate it.
I did this one, bro.
That was good, bro.
It was real therapeutic. I liked it. It might make me say some things now.